and you say the same thing to them, why are you dressed like that? What will they tell you? Modesty. And who's to determine what modesty is? In Islam, Allah is the one who tells us what modesty is. So it's up to Him, the Creator and the Sustainer of everything, to tell us what the rules are. And He has shown us what modesty really is. And for the woman's dress, He makes it real clear in His book how a woman should dress to be modest. That she should cover her body. Her attire should be such that it doesn't show off her adornments and her attractions. And this is modesty. And by the way, I'd like to mention something else to you, ma'am. What you considered to be modesty, based on your logic, they took what was instructed to them by Allah, and they consider that the right modesty. The only difference between your clothes and their clothes is about 6 or 8 inches of material covering their head. And if you think about it, for that few inches of material, you would be dressed just like them. And all for what? Your opinion of modesty versus God's opinion of modesty. So what do you say to that? Well, she got mad and left the room. But the people who stayed in the room, alhamdulillah, many of them accepted Islam right there and then on that day. And in fact, one of my dear friends who became Muslim that day still is talking on these subjects that we discussed on that day. I want to mention this because when people see the real truth presented in the right way, then it's up to Allah to guide them. But at least we did our best in presenting the message. True, the lady went out, and she didn't stay to hear the rest of the program. But it did have a good effect on Muslims and the Muslims alike. Because now, how do you think the Muslim sisters feel? They feel very much vindicated here because someone has presented their side of it in a logical way. The lady said modesty. This is what our sisters are saying. Only difference is you don't get to make up what modesty is. That would just be somebody's judgment, whereas God has already given us the judgment in the Quran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.